It's the most wonderful time of the year. Again. But only in respects to wrestling and WWE. There's not a whole lot else that's going on that's great right now.
Yeah, it's been pretty rough lately, and let's not talk about that and instead talk about professional wrestling.
Let's talk about the one thing we can all agree on, and that's professional wrestling.
And that's no contra. Keo's trying to get the hell out of this room. He does not want to talk about professional wrestling. Go. Get on, get.
He said nope.
Anyway, welcome to pre-preview.
Welcome to pre-preview.
Our pre-PLE WWE centric show where we talk through the card, give our predictions, and argue with you guys in the chat.
Yeah.
About why not Roman Reigns will win the Men's Royal Rumble.
And, you know, if you're not here, I am very much wearing a John Cena shirt. John Cena.
Well.
But this is more because this is his final time with us in the Rumble.
It's in honor of John Cena. And you can honor John Cena and also think perhaps maybe he won't be winning the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
But maybe he will. We'll talk more about that later.
Coming from TikTok. Hello, Sam. Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Bonjour, mon ami.
Oh, Sam. We know Sam. Hi, Sam.
Sam. Dean.
Cass. Anyway.
I've never even watched that show.
You've never even seen that show. I tried to rewatch Supernatural Season 1, Episode 1. Guys, that is scary. It's scary. I can't watch it by myself. Anyway.
So I have here... so we're going to be going back and forth through our TikTok chat and our Twitch chat. So
yes.
We'll do our best. If we don't get to you right away, we will, I promise. Thank you guys for all the likes. I'm pushing my Io Sky winning agenda. We're going to talk about that. Cena winning the Men's Rumble and Charlotte wins the Women's. Okay, well.
Well, we've got strong opinions.
We've got some strong thoughts and opinions out there. Thank you guys for joining. Let's just get right into it.
Sure. So.
Get into it, yeah.
Yeah. Ooh. So WWE likes to do this thing where the order in which they write... They list. That's the better word. Oh boy. The matches, guys. I'm tired. The way that they list the matches is never in the correct order, and some of you guys seem to know ahead of time what the correct order is, but I never do. So the way that it's listed in the website, the Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens match is listed last. Should we talk about the two non-Royal Rumble matches and then the two Royal Rumble matches, or talk about the Royal Rumble matches before this possible main event?
I say I'm going to guess. Are we okay with me guessing the card?
Yeah.
And again, I saw someone said that there might have been some leaks. I don't know what leaks you're referring to. I'm not going to take leaks as serious because things can change literally as the show's happening. So,
right.
But I'm going to guess for this year's Rumble, I'm guessing we're going to have the Women's Rumble first.
Okay, start out with a bang.
We'll probably have the tag match, the Cody Rhodes, Kevin Owens match.
Men's Royal Rumble.
And then the Men's Rumble.
I'm pretty sure that's how they've done it in the past.
Yeah.
And that wouldn't be surprising to me.
Right.
I think maybe the Women's Rumble match should maybe they should try ending with that.
They've done that, but I think they did that in 23.
Good, because you know what? The Women's Royal Rumble matches are
bangers.
Sometimes better. John, I'm going to leave it up to you to catch up with the chat because I honestly can't read it with the Royal Rumble logo beneath.
All right. Someone said they have a leak from a friend. Listen here, Wicket.
And a few...
Wicket White.
Yeah, I saw it earlier and I was like, do I say this name? Is this name for me to say?
AJ Lee, Def's going to be there. Oh, hey. And a few others. I'm not going to spoil. I appreciate that.
Oh, thank you. Yes, we appreciate that.
Hi,
Chewy.
The first Women's Royal Rumble was the main event. Okay, so hey, Chewy. Yeah, so back in when they did the first Rumble.
Okay.
So we got some likes in the chat. Thank you, guys. We're already over 1,000 likes. That's
crazy, guys.
Increíble.
Thank you. Okay, so let's do it how you said it. It might take me a little...
Triple J.
What?
I made the card, so instead of Triple H... Triple J.
Oh, Triple J. John.
Junter.
What?
Junter.
Junter.
Jelmsley.
I was going off perhaps your real name. That's fine. You know what? I'm so glad that
John Jose Juarez. C.
Juan Cena. Okay, so let's start off with the women's. This feels so weird to start off with this.
And we don't have to. We can do it. Listen, this is our show right now. We can do whatever we want.
Okay, let's start off with the women's Royal Rumble.
Okay.
Excuse me while I scroll. Sorry. Anyway, so we have, I think, 10 or 11 announced women who are going to be in the Royal Rumble. The image that I have is, I think, a day behind because we had some people announce on SmackDown last night that well, maybe just Candace, but
no, Zelina declared.
Okay, so this image below and the one for the men's Rumble, not up to date. Don't blame me. Blame WWE.com because they're fucking slacking. Damn. Sorry, guys.
Get shit on.
Anyway, just Cody on Twitch. Different Cody spelled differently. It's not Cody Rhodes. Or is it?
Is this Cody Rhodes' burner account?
Yeah, it's Cody Rhodes' burner account.
I'm pretty sure Rey Mysterio's burner account commented on a couple of my videos.
That's true. Very much in favor of Rey Mysterio.
Yeah, and dissing Dom.
Well, anyway, Cody Brewer says, ready for tonight's show. I'm so glad. Oh, also, guys, tonight, special start time, 6 p.m. Eastern. If you're not in the Eastern time zone, sorry, I'm not good at time zones. Central's an hour behind. Pacific is 3.
Mountain is like 2. I don't know.
I would Google it just to be sure, but it is a different start time. It usually starts at 8 p.m. Eastern, so it's going to be 2 hours earlier than the norm. The kickoff show, honestly, probably already started. Well, not the kickoff show. That was yesterday. But the pre-show probably already started. They're doing long-ass pre-shows nowadays.
Sam says KO retains tonight. So you're of the belief that KO is the true champion. One true king of the North.
That sentence says a lot. Anyway, so... I mean, I don't know if we have any newbies to the Royal Rumble here today. We've been getting some interesting comments on some of our videos that are like, I don't know anything about WWE.
We've got a lot of musical fans coming to the party.
If you're a musical fan, but you're not quite sure about what Royal Rumble is, basically Royal Rumble, the match type of Royal Rumble match, 30 people come out into the ring, one at a time every 90 seconds. And duel to the death. And whoever wins gets to challenge the champion of their choice at WrestleMania.
So for the censors, okay, because we got to keep in mind, when she says that, she means that they have to be thrown over the top rope to be eliminated.
Yes. They get to live.
Yeah. So it's, anyway, just want to make sure.
Back in the Roman times, they'd be...
The Roman Rumble.
Ancient Roman Rumble.
And it wasn't even just people. It was like tigers and lions and
honestly
bears.
If I didn't have such a strong moral compass... That could be interesting. An interesting watch. If I had nothing to do, if I'm in ancient times,
there's not even a Netflix.
No TV.
Yeah.
TikTok, none. Well, that might be your future. Anyway.
They were working on it. They're like making the sundial and...
They're like, we have to get out of this. We have to form some kind of technology.
Anyway,
sorry.
Let's get to it.
We're going to talk... Okay, these are the women who have so far announced or declared for the Royal Rumble. So these are our definites. We have Bayley, Liv Morgan, Bianca Belair, Naomi, Nia Jax, Charlotte Flair with a big return at Royal Rumble, Lyra Valkyria, Ivy Nile, Raquel Rodriguez. I'm bad with rolling my R's. Io Sky in all caps, and Candice LeRae. And I guess Zelina Vega. She wasn't listed on their website.
Oh, yes. Thank you, Cody. The winner of the Royal Rumble gets a title main event match. Or a title match at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Usually the main event.
Yeah.
Anyway. Sometimes. How dare you? And I guess Zelina Vega.
Well, because she wasn't, because they didn't list her here. And again, that's on WWE and that's not on me.
Anyway. Yeah, quite the stacked match. And again, I hope they keep it this way. I hope we don't get any more announcements.
Right.
I hope in the pre-show they don't give us a card full of everyone showing up.
I think if they would have made that mistake like they did in, what was that, 22, where they announced like everyone but 3 people. So fucking stupid.
So dumb.
I think they realized how bad that was, and we are not doing that again.
La Muñeca, that's right. Speaking of wrestling, do you know Big Bubba?
Big Bubba Boss Man?
Bubba Ray Dudley?
I know that one.
Big Bubba Boss Man. Anyway, and other wrestling promotions. Yeah. So yeah, I'm really hoping that they're keeping those as surprises.
Right.
Because that is what makes the Rumble fun.
Yeah. if you tell me everyone who's going to be in there.
That's also why I don't look at like I don't look at what's affectionately referred to as the dirt sheets, right? To see, oh, it's confirmed this person's winning.
Right.
I don't care about that. I want to be surprised. I want to be as surprised as possible.
And I feel like we typically for the women have less announcements than we do for the men.
Right.
It makes sense, but I'm a little surprised that they announced Charlotte Flair. I think we all kind of assumed she was going to come back at the Royal Rumble anyway, and maybe that's why they were like, why even hide it?
Now, Charlotte is a favorite to win. Is she your favorite to win? I'm not saying she's the sole favorite, but do you think she's going to win? And chat, feel free to jump in. I've seen a couple people mention Charlotte.
Please let us know who you think is going to win the Women's Royal Rumble, because I don't know if it's going to be Charlotte. And here's the thing. We have a lot of possibility for returns that could also take that. I don't know. Charlotte coming in and winning something so big. I mean, she did that the last time she returned.
Pretty much.
We were there.
Yeah. Well, she didn't win. She didn't win the Rumble that year. Last year?
No, when she came back on that random SmackDown and then won the title.
That was the final SmackDown of 22. Yeah. The final SmackDown of 22. I remember it fondly. Sorry.
So I don't know. Part of me is like, I don't want that narrative, but also it's like Charlotte Flair.
So here's the thing. One, that fucking injury. Charlotte is a beast. The injury she got was so insane. She like tore all sorts of like muscles and ligaments and shit.
And then I saw her like 6 months later, just like bench,
just doing squats, like heavy squats. So she's insane. Yeah. I mean, that's just, she's very tenacious and I appreciate that about her. Now here's the thing. I think there could be such a fun program between her and Tiffany Stratton.
Right.
Like, I mean, as much as I would love to see her run it back with Rhea as well, because they had a banger-ass match in WrestleMania 39. But, yeah, it would just be so cool to see, you know, the program of, like, the queen and the princess, right?
Yeah. And I also think you can have that without Charlotte Flair winning the Rumble. That could be something you fill time in between now and WrestleMania with.
I mean, if she wins the Elimination Chamber.
When is that?
Usually March. The month before Mania, right? Isn't that the final stop before Mania?
I think so.
Yeah.
You know this better than I do. I can't.
You're goddamn right, I do.
Oh.
I want to go back to some of these comments here. Yeah. I saw my buddy Fodl, who has an amazing voice, by the way. Did a show with him back in the day. His uncle was a big wrestler in the 80s named Big Bubba. That's cool.
That is so cool.
Big Bubba Boss Man, sorry. Like the Big Boss Man? Like, hang on. Now I gotta research this. I know Big Boss Man.
Someone shouted, "John is daddy."
Who said John is daddy?
Beards and tats.
Oh, that's fine. That's my buddy. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, thank you. Some people are saying EO.
Mm-hmm.
Not my brand.
Yeah. I want EO Sky to win. I love EO Sky. I think EO Sky is one of the most talented wrestlers, period. Yeah. Not gender, just wrestler, period, in the current WWE roster.
Yeah.
She's insane.
She is so, like, go with me here. This is the Big Boss Man, first of all. I didn't know he went by Big Bubba Boss Man at one point.
That's cool.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. We just watched the Rumble, an old Rumble with him in it. That's amazing.
Oh.
Wow. We were just it's just a testament to Io Sky and her skill. And, you know, it's hard for people who like English isn't their first language in wrestling to like not become like that is their gimmick, right. Or, you know, especially back in the day, we've seen some, you know,
some troubling things.
But she is so loved by the fans, and like, I mean, and her skill is just a testament to like how much she's able to win crowds over, and how much of a great performer she is. Yeah, I would love to see Io win, kind of continue the damage control domination of the Rumble 2 years in a row. Yeah, I think she and Tiffany, honestly, you put her in the ring with anyone, she's not having a bad match.
Right.
So
she's Io Sky. I can't stress this enough.
Doing backflips with a garbage can and shit. Like
you wouldn't.
You wouldn't do it.
Do you think? Okay, so we've kind of been basing our predictions off of what's been formally announced. Who do you think we might see pop up as a surprise in the Women's Royal Rumble match? And I want to hear from you guys as well.
So I this kind of goes along with your question. This question here in the chat, saying which TNA talent would you like to see?
Oh yeah.
I could definitely now listen. I don't faithfully watch TNA, so I can't. I won't be as good. I know some of the bigger names and also some of the WWE folks who have gone over there. I think there's some fun that could be had. Now, I don't know. This would be fucking crazy. I do think I've been hearing that Jordynne Grace just signed with WWE. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw her, even though she's trying to throw off the trail.
Yeah.
And like, I'm very much not going to be in Indianapolis.
Yeah. I can't trust.
I don't know. But I know there are some of the women who have been popping over at NXT. I wouldn't be surprised if they showed up. I hope Tessa Blanchard doesn't show up.
Oh, she's one that is racist.
Yeah. So, as long as we don't have her.
I mean, we already saw how the WWE treats openly.
I would
racist
love
people.
if Mickie James showed up again.
Yeah.
I would love. I think she started that, right? Was that? Am I correct me, chat, if I'm wrong? I think in 2022 she was the Knockouts champion.
I remember.
And
when
she showed up.
Back, yeah.
And it was like a big deal because she was in TNA.
Yeah.
Like she was actively in TNA.
Yeah. I feel like with this TNA not merger deal, I guess, we have opened the door to people, and not even maybe specifically from TNA, but just like from any promotion.
Yeah.
Or also from NXT to come up. Like, I feel like that bringing in people off of not on the main two rosters is more of a sure thing this year than any other years.
Now, do we think we saw her on TV the other day? Do we think Michelle McCool is returning to her annual Rumble spot?
I mean, maybe
she's taking the last couple of years off. What's the last year?
Last year off, maybe.
I wouldn't mind seeing her there again. She's always fun.
That's fine. I would really like to see Trish Stratus come back.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind if Trish Stratus came back and like stayed again for a little while, because now she has these both of these new women's championships that didn't exist in her time. She never got the opportunity to compete for.
There's multiple women's world championships now. And there's now these mid-card titles. Yeah,
I could see her coming back trying to.
And again, same thing. I could see her doing. We talked about this. I think Trish's last run with Becky was so underrated.
Yeah.
And like, it really was an example of like, these women are truly making lemonade out of the constant lemons they were given. With their matches being cut or their time being cut short. That cage match they had was fucking insane. Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing her come. Well, I wouldn't mind seeing her come back in general, but no, I wouldn't mind seeing her come back to have a run. I could see her honestly doing something with Rhea if she were to come back and win the whole fucking thing.
Yeah.
I can see her doing something with Rhea or Tiffany Stratton, and it going over pretty well.
Yeah, that's the one that I'm like, it's kind of a stretch, but I wouldn't hate seeing Trish back for a little while.
Our friend Roman in the chat said, yeah, keep Tessa away from everything. Yeah, please. Let's please do.
Hold on. My mic disconnected.
Oh, you fool.
That's so fun. Who else do I think maybe? There's also an opportunity for, listen, I know I keep every year I'm like, maybe Brandy Rhodes will come back. But you know what? We just saw her on, what was that, SmackDown last week?
Liberty Rhodes, maybe.
Maybe Liberty Rhodes. Maybe. That would be really cute, actually, if like a little baby was in there.
A little baby rumble?
Well.
They're trying to throw each other over there.
It's like a Nepo baby rumble. It's just a bunch of like...
all these kids and then Dominic Mysterio.
Yeah. Honestly, it's a good... Charlotte Flair and Natalia, it's a good amount.
Now, I think Brandy Rhodes could be a thing.
It's possible.
Now, the one everyone keeps talking about, and this has been in the comments a lot, AJ Lee.
Yeah. I remember last year we were talking about possibly her coming back.
Last year I feel like was too soon because Punk had just come back.
Yeah.
He's been back for a while now, so like, well, sort of.
Injured, but back.
Yeah.
I think it's possible. I think
there's more of a chance this year.
Yeah.
But if she comes back, is she staying for a bit?
That's what I don't know. It's hard because that's so like, not to be like boring about it, but that's so business-y. Yeah. It's like, it's hard to tell what people like are trying to do in their non-wrestling lives.
Yeah, because again, same thing. Even if she's back and she's not in the main event picture, putting in all those, I mean, could we see her go up against Lyra Valkyria for the Women's Intercontinental Championship?
Right. There's a lot of options this year, more so than before.
I think we see Asuka return tonight.
Ooh, yeah.
I would love to see it. The big question for me is, does Becky Lynch return tonight?
That's the thing. I don't know.
I don't know that she wins, but does she return?
Part of me wants to say they announced Charlotte so that Becky would be a surprise.
Yeah.
Because that's usually what they do, right? They'll announce one person that like we all are kind of assuming will be there.
Yeah.
And hiding the fact that someone even less unlikely is coming. It's very possible. I don't know.
Seeing also Nikki Bella is rumored to be returning.
Yeah, she basically was like, yeah, I'm gonna be there.
I think she might be like
back.
If she's in the Rumble, I think there's a high likelihood that she's like back.
Is Nikki Bella the one that's married to Daniel Bryan's?
That is more of a chat question. I know one of them are.
One of them is, guys. Which one?
Is it not Brie?
I don't know. But Nikki Bella was married to John Cena.
They were engaged.
Engaged to John Cena. That's weird, because if they're both going to be back. Oh, shout out to, by the way, if you guys haven't seen, hold on, let me get her name.
So Brie Bella is married to Daniel Bryan.
Well, if you guys haven't seen Big Teases, BIG space TEEZUS on TikTok, she's been making this like informational series comparing WrestleMania and Royal Rumble specifically to like high school social functions. So she's saying that Royal Rumble is homecoming, and she's like, the prom queen who is married to like the star quarterback, they're both going to be here at homecoming, and it's like weird because of it. Anyway, I would highly recommend her series if any of you have any desire to see that story structure.
Staying a little longer in the world of like potential surprises, do we think there's got to be some NXT talent showing up, right?
Right, yeah.
I think Roxanne Perez is going to show up again. I think she's going to eliminate Bayley. I'm calling it now.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
I think she's coming in and she's coming after Bayley. And I think this is how we get Roxanne Perez into the main roster.
I mean, it's about time.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that she's...
We might change the name of the show to Roxanne Perez Periódico.
We won't. Don't worry about that.
We might.
Don't worry about that.
I might.
Hi, One True Villain.
Wow.
Nice to see you.
What's up, man? So, Charlotte not being...
Charlotte being homecoming queen has...
Oh, no. Hi, Mara. Oh, Teresa, I love her videos. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
See?
Oh, yeah.
Building community.
Yeah. I'm glad you guys have seen those.
I think, what's her name? Jakara Jackson, like the Metaphor girls.
Oh, and Lash Legend.
I definitely think Lash Legend.
They were there last year, weren't they?
In the Rumble? I don't think so.
No, they must have just been in a different match. I just remember
they made a few appearances on SmackDown throughout the year.
Do you think Jade's gonna come back? Jade has to be coming back. Jade's going to come back. I'm calling this now. Jade's gonna come back.
Guys, who tried to murder? Who tried to unalive Jade?
She's going to like get into the ring. She's gonna target Naomi because it's gonna be revealed that Naomi is the one who. Well, maybe I don't know.
Naomi's the one.
A lot of people have also been suggesting that Charlotte Flair snuck her way backstage before coming back officially, and was the one who laid out Jade Cargill. Which, I mean, sure, maybe. I feel like we're gonna get an answer to the Jade Cargill question tonight.
Oh my gosh.
It's been so
Naomi.
That's just I feel like Bianca, a lot of people think it was Bianca.
You know who it probably was? Jacob Fatu.
Jacob, I didn't know your chivalry was farce, because
no,
you can't be doing that.
That would be fucking crazy.
It was Rikishi.
And he did it for The Rock.
Oh my god. Yes, One True and we are.
Yeah.
Annual
Listen,
we don't stream annually. We don't stream annually. We stream monthly.
Now, to be fair, we haven't done a pre-preview because there hasn't been a
PLE.
A PLE.
Don't come for us.
We've had a couple of Saturday Night main events, but those are PLEs.
And guess what? Nothing fucking happens in the Saturday night. Okay. Sorry, not to go on a tangent. I won't talk very long about it. If we're going to do something so cool and fun like a Saturday night main event, throwback style, woo, so aesthetic, can anything happen on them?
Well, something did happen. Kevin Owens won the title. Kevin Owens fucking won the title. And right. those cheating refs and that cheating champion, paper champion Cody Rhodes, Cody Crybaby.
I guess you're right. That is a big part of this ongoing plot. But like, oh my God, have anything happen on those house shows. Sorry.
Those televised house shows.
Do you watch Raw on Netflix? It's perfect for casual viewers like you. We do watch Raw on Netflix every Monday for 3 goddamn hours. 6 hours
you're talking
a
about
week.
Not being here for years and you come back with this energy.
Why do you think we haven't streamed? It's not because there are no PLEs. It's because we get bullied every time we come back.
Anyway, I see Roman in the chat says, in the TikTok chat says, I still think Bianca took out Jade. Maybe. I don't know.
I feel like that's so obvious though. And I mean, who's been benefiting off of Jade being gone? Naomi. But Naomi's so sweet. Or is she? I don't know, guys. I don't know. I hope we get answers tonight.
There Can Only Be One. What's that movie? I've never even seen it. Anyway, moving right along. Yeah, I think Lash Legend will definitely
make an appearance. Very possible. Yeah. There's like so many options. This is the joy of Royal Rumble. It's like I don't know who's gonna be there. There's so many options.
Right.
But I'm excited to find out if Liv Morgan's number 30. I'm going to turn off my TV.
If Liv Morgan wins, I'm gonna scream.
I'm gonna be so upset.
I'm sorry, Liv stands. I'm sorry, but I'm not.
I don't think they'll do that. When we went to Royal Rumble in person last year, and it started out so well because like Naomi returned. There's probably a video of me screaming somewhere about Naomi returning, and then Liv Morgan was number 30. Oh,
someone on TikTok, their name says Santos Escobar. And it just says, hello, it's me.
Is it?
I think so. No, it's... I don't think so.
I guess we won't know.
I mean, Kathy Kelly did see... Hey, Kathy Kelly knows we exist.
That's true.
Isn't that crazy?
And Michin. Yeah, they're all both musical theater nerds.
And Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Well, he knew you existed already. Yeah. You're his son.
I didn't say that.
You're his 10 years younger son or something.
Someone said, I agree. I'm so over Liv.
Yeah. You know what? What they're doing with Liv right now is leagues above anything they've done with Liv in the past. Honestly.
I like her on a tag team with Raquel.
And just like in a faction and having like this whole revenge tour thing. You know what? It was like interesting. It was something interesting for her to do. But that doesn't mean that I want to see her so quickly try to compete again for another championship. That's us laughing at Liv Morgan thinking she's winning the Royal Rumble.
As Liv Morgan, at Liv Morgan. Anyway.
Do you have any more predictions for the Women's Royal Rumble? Anybody else you guys think might show up at the Women's Royal Rumble? R-Truth?
It's Santos Escobar is One True Villain.
Oh.
Checks out. Anyway. Yeah, but I think overall, my favorites to win the whole fucking thing are I'm gonna go Charlotte Flair and Io Sky. I definitely think they're the most likely champions.
I agree, and I hope it's Io Sky.
And now I wouldn't mind a Zelina Vega or even a Chelsea Green if she's in the Rumble.
Yeah, she just shows up.
Yeah,
maybe.
And her secret Hervis.
Could you imagine if Piper Niven won the Royal Rumble and she's the Royal Rumble winner and then Chelsea Green's U.S. champion and she goes after Chelsea Green? No, I don't think that's gonna happen.
Yeah, probably not.
Probably not
but
gonna happen.
Anyway, I think I'm going Charlotte or Io. That's I think I'm in the camp that goes with either of those.
I agree. All right, let's move it along to what's the next one you said?
The tag match, team. 2 out of 3 falls.
Yes. WWE Tag Team Champions #DIY. That's how it's stylized on the #DIY. I hate them. Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano versus Motor City Machine Guns. Raise your fist. Boom, boom. Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin. Those names I'm learning just right now. Just right now live for you guys. I'm learning those names.
What are the names?
Alex Shelley. And Chris.
Like Alec Baldwin?
Alex. And Chris Sabin.
Okay.
Don't ask me which one's which.
Chris Seeger.
I don't know who that is.
Let's go.
Anyway, this is a 2 out of 3 falls match. This is a ultra rare match type because I don't know if I've seen
a
you 2 out of 3 falls match.
But it's cool that they're doing it.
That is cool. It seems like it'll be a nice long.
Yeah.
There are only 4 matches this whole night.
Which makes me think we have a couple of long rumbles in the mix there.
Which is fine. I appreciate a long rumble. Different subject. One True Villain asks, what did you think of the Penta debut? I only knew Penta in the context of that one Penta versus Io Sky match in Lucha Underground that John made me watch like years ago. And the way he had to like remind me who it was, he was like, oh, he's that one that like beat the shit out of Io Sky in that one match that we saw. And I was like, oh my
She beat the shit out of him too.
And I think he also wrestled Chelsea Green.
Yeah. Reclusa.
Yeah, Reclusa, yeah. So that's how I knew who that was. But it was so cool to see. I was by myself. You were at work during his debut.
Yeah.
So I didn't understand his fan base. And I think he came back in like, he debuted in California.
Yeah.
The whole crowd knew all of his shit. And I was just sitting there like, I don't know this person. But then seeing his like daughter crying in the front row was so sweet. And yeah, so far I think we've gotten 2 matches out of him.
Yeah.
I'm impressed every time. I love that kind of like lucha style.
Yeah.
So I'm all for more luchadors.
Yeah.
In WWE.
I mean, we'll get to him when we talk about the men's rumble.
Sure. But is he hot though? Can anyone in the chat confirm? Is Penta hot? Let me know.
So Roman says, I think the tag team match will be really good. Both teams are so good technically.
They're so good technically, and they're both boring. Oh. Sorry. I have very strong feelings specifically about DIY. I don't like them. And I think it's just because they're just boring. They're not fun.
I think that I have been enjoying this heel turn of theirs. Especially because for Johnny Gargano, that was unexpected.
That was a heel turn. Tommaso Ciampa has just been like that this whole time.
Y'all, around the time we first started like streaming about wrestling and talking about wrestling, I thought Tommaso Ciampa, I thought his name was Tomas Ciampa.
Yeah.
Not Tommaso Ciampa.
Yeah. You thought he was.
I thought he was like Mexican Irish.
Yeah. Like one of those rare. Like Wait.
Like Miguel.
Yeah, Miguel O'Hara.
He's Latin and Irish, Miguel O'Hara. So I thought it was Tomas Ciampa.
It's not out of the realm. It's okay. I will say also when I was writing up today's list, I did write Tomas Ciampa.
See?
Everything spelled incorrectly. Everything wrong. And I was like, damn, let me copy and paste this one.
Hell yeah. I think this match will be really good. And that's the thing. Every time, even when we're like, oh, it's going to be DIY and whatever. Every time they're in the ring, it's really fucking good.
And I will say, I think it's just like, maybe it's also partly we haven't gotten a lot of time with them.
Yeah.
We've only really started getting more time with them recently.
Yeah.
Both of these teams, because obviously the Motor City Machine Guns just came back.
Yeah.
Maybe
They just joined WWE.
Oh, they've never been there before?
No. That's why it was a big deal when they showed up, because they're like they're a huge wrestling like tag team outside of WWE.
Oh.
And it's their first time.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Maybe with time I will dislike them less.
Yeah, I like them so far. I do. And I get not, they just they showed up and were immediately like pushed to the moon.
I'm less upset with Motor City Machine Guns because aren't they from Michigan? My mom's from Michigan, so I have some ties there. But also, I don't know, they're always more interesting in the ring to me than DIY. I just don't like DIY.
Fair. I mean, you're allowed to not like them. But I will say, in general, the biggest, I agree with what I've seen online. The biggest benefit to SmackDown being 3 hours is getting all of this really cool tag team stuff. Our boys, Los Garza, have been excited for them to just really get to show off what they've done. Because even when they were the Lethal Lovers, right? Yeah. Los Lotarios, that was like fun, and they were always impressive, but they were never put in anything. So I'm really excited that the tag team division over on SmackDown is getting a chance to like thrive and have like a storyline, like Pretty Deadly being in the middle of like accidentally accidentally scheming all of these things to happen has all been really, really fun. So I've enjoyed that. I wonder how many of these tag teams will get involved in this match.
Yeah.
I don't know what the parameters for a 2 out of 3 falls. I don't know if it's no DQ or what, but
all I know is that the plan for DIY was to have Los Garza ringside or near to help them. And yesterday on SmackDown...
Or that's Pretty Deadly, right?
Pretty Deadly, yes, sorry. Yeah. And then yesterday on SmackDown, Pretty Deadly was like, you guys are on your own. Good luck. So I agree with you. I think there will be interference. I just don't know in what form.
Now, do we think the tag... Who do you think... Are we getting new tag champions tonight? What do y'all think? Are we getting new tag champions tonight?
From what I remember, so Motor City Machine Guns were the champions, right? And then they dropped them to DIY.
Yes.
I wouldn't mind if they picked him back up again. I feel like they're the rightful owners. Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, as much as I enjoy A-Town Down Under, I kind of feel bad that they were the champions in such a period where nothing was going on with the tag division, because now I'm like, okay, well, even if we don't like DIY like as a group, as a unit, again, they are very, very impressive. So, but at least with Motor City Machine Guns, like if they're in a match, I know it's going to at least be an entertaining match. Right. It will be fun to watch. And if we just kind of run it back with Los Garza or Pretty Deadly, the end goal, I want Pretty Deadly to win the title. I want them to leave WrestleMania as musical icons and as tag team champions.
I would love that. I do really like Pretty Deadly, and I'm also, similar to you, grateful that they have time on TV to do stuff.
All these teams are so good at what they do. Yeah, I'm just glad we're seeing them.
One True Villain says they teased DIY versus the Bloodline. That's true on SmackDown last night, right?
Oh, yeah.
They did have like a little moment where, Tama Tonga was making eyes at that title, which could mean, possibly they're going to keep it, and then that's going to be they're going to face the Bloodline next and whatever.
Yeah, Tongaloa back in the mix.
Finally, thank God. Please, God, if you can hear me, please bring back Tongaloa.
Tonga. Tongaloa.
The new tribal chief, Tongaloa.
My new the Royal Rumble winner, Tongaloa. WrestleMania winner, Mr. Money in the Bank, Tongaloa.
He's going to collect it all.
2025 is his year.
It's his year. But yeah, so that could either be like, we're setting up these two teams, or just like the Bloodline have the tag team titles on their radar, regardless of who the owners are. Yeah. But that is a good point to put out. One True Villain.
Roman says, "Yes, boys, absolutely. I love Pretty Deadly."
Did you see this one? It's nice to have real tag teams and not just two single stars put together.
Yes,
that was such a problem.
Oh my God!
Honestly, in both divisions, like the men's and women's side of things. Yeah, you can't just stick two people randomly together and expect it to like work. Sometimes it works. Like, I mean, they're not really a tag team, but Piper Niven with Chelsea Green makes sense because they have history as friends, IRL.
Right.
And they just like go together well. But sometimes, you can't force that.
Right.
You can tell the difference between like a DIY, Motor City Machine Guns.
Yeah.
And like an early A-Town Down Under.
Right.
Like it was weird.
Yeah. Yeah, I completely agree. Good for you bringing that one up to our attention. Yeah. I think it'll be we'll see all three of the two falls. I think we'll see one team wins. DII wins one. Motor City Machine Gun wins one, and then I guess Motor City Machine Gun wins two.
We could see up to 5 if one team gets 2 and then the other team gets 2.
But it's I guess 2 out of 3.
Yeah. And then whoever wins the third one.
Yeah. But ultimately I think I'm going Motor City Machine Guns. I'm going to call it out.
You know what? I was so Motor City Machine Guns until One True Villain reminded me about that Bloodline tease. But they could be just being like, hey, this is our next venture.
The titles, yeah.
I'll say Motor City Machine Guns.
All right. Well, hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
All right, let's get to our World Championship match.
Okay.
Our undisputed WWE.
Mm-hmm. We have Cody Rhodes versus Kevin Owens in a ladder match.
I am excited for a ladder match.
Fucking crazy.
Yeah.
This is going to be crazy.
I feel like we don't get ladder matches outside of the Money in the Bank match very often.
I do think that in the past year or two, we've gotten a little bit more, like one a year.
I think we had one at WrestleMania for the tag titles.
And then this one this year.
Yeah.
I mean, more than in the past.
Yeah. I think that's all I can think of, but correct us if we're wrong. Yeah, so I'm excited for this. I think we haven't seen a world championship ladder match like this in a hot minute.
Yeah. Kevin Owens and ladders, like that is such a dangerous combination.
Speaking of Kevin Owens, okay, over the last several months since December's Saturday Night Main Event, he has been making it a point. I love the T-shirt thing he's doing where it's just a different reference to something every time. I saw someone post this online. Do you think we're getting Stardust KO tonight?
Oh my God.
Do you think we're getting face paint Stardust KO tonight?
I would love a Oh my God. I would love that. The only thing is that like that's a lot. T-shirts are one thing. Painting your face, that's a lot of work and commitment to the bit.
I could also see him doing the Seth Rollins thing and like, well, you know how he wore like the polka dots to like do Dusty Rhodes look.
Yeah.
R.I.P. King. I would love if he did something with Stardust on the way out.
I don't know. I know Stardust wasn't Cody Rhodes' most popular endeavor. Was there any Stardust merch available?
I'm sure
he might have had to crack into the WWE archives to get one of those shirts.
Maybe. I don't know.
I could see him bringing up a shirt. Or like, I mean, Cody Rhodes went through a lot of unsuccessful gimmicks to choose from.
Dashing Cody Rhodes.
Exactly.
He comes back with a mustache.
That fucking mustache. I would love if we got a Stardust KO. I just don't know if he would put into that much effort for that joke.
In the chat here it says, I want KO to claim what's rightfully his.
Thank you.
You know, I love that energy. So every time we go to live shows, I piss off some child near me.
Yeah.
Because it's so much more fun
to root for the villain.
To root for the bad guys, because I'm just like playing in on the joke, right? So the last time, well, not the last time, we went to a house show last year. There was a few kids next to us, and by the end of the show, anytime I would say anything, these kids were just like, no one cares.
Yeah. But here's the thing. It was like John, me as the buffer, and these children who I'm pretty sure were 5 or 6.
Yeah.
And every time, like, and they wouldn't like make eye contact ever. Like they weren't talking to us.
Right.
They were talking out loud about our opinions. Right. And yeah, they're like, we really don't care.
Right.
Like, damn. Oh my God. Or they would like cheer louder for the good guys when we were cheering for the bad guys.
Right.
And it's like, it's not a competition between us. But also,
so Solo put Cody through a table,
and we were like, "Woo!"
And I was just like,
and they were like,
you know,
yeah,
they're like, "Woo!"
You know what? They'll get it when they're a little bit older. They're just too young to understand right now.
Anyway, I think, logic tells me
Cody Rhodes is definitely gonna win.
He'll probably win, right?
It would be really fucking funny if he didn't.
How fucking crazy. And I'm not saying he doesn't win it back. He couldn't win it back before WrestleMania.
Yeah.
But like, bruh, I've really enjoyed. I've enjoyed the slow build that is this particular story.
Agreed.
I know a lot of people have been like, as much of a. Listen, I like Cody Rhodes. I do. He's not my guy. Okay. I'll just say it like that. I don't actually hate the guy.
Yeah.
Canonically, though.
In character,
in
we
K-fob,
do hate him.
The character that is me here. I'm not a Cody Rhodes guy. I don't like him. But I can see why some people... I think people have been overly critical of his championship run. To an extent, at least. You know, he's been champion for almost a year now. And, I mean, the downside is like, man, how do you find a formidable enough opponent for Cody Rhodes when he just took down the formidable opponent?
And then that formidable opponent was gone.
Right. So like what do you do with them, you know? So it's hard. And he's had pretty consistently great matches, like title defenses. I'm not going to deny him that.
Yeah. But they've never felt
like there's no stakes in it.
High stakes, yeah.
Yeah. So with KO, I like that it was like, I want to give Kevin Owens a match. And he's like, I know that I earned it.
Yeah.
And, you know, so building up to where we're at now has been a lot of fun. And I really love everything KO is doing. He should have won. I wish Jesse Ventura would have actually gotten up and reffed himself. So, yeah, I think this match would be really cool. I mean, that would be the fucking talk of the night is if Cody Rhodes were to have lost.
Yeah.
I don't think that'll happen, but...
I don't think it'll. On Twitch, someone named Bunk Toozy says, "Hello, how we doing? We're good, Bunk. How are you? Also, love your name. It is very Star Wars. What do they call him? Gunk Shippo or whatever.
Gulp Shitto.
Gulp Shitto. It's giving that. If that's your legal name, I apologize.
So anyway, who do we think? Probably Cody Rhodes.
Probably Cody Rhodes. Although I do agree with you. I really like the story that they've been telling with Kevin Owens.
And does Sammy come out? Sammy kicked the shit out of Cody. On purpose, maybe.
Do you think we'll get a return of Randy Orton?
No way. Maybe.
Do you think The Rock will come out?
We could talk about that in the Rumble.
Oh, okay. I'm just...
If The Rock came out to distract Cody Rhodes and by just standing there?
I don't know. Anything's possible.
He's like, that buddy shit is done. That's not a good... I can't do a good Rock impression.
That buddy shit was done. Who is that?
I don't know. Gunter.
What does The Rock sound like?
What can I say?
Well, you're not wrong, John. Doing well.
Doing well. Haha, you're good.
Yeah.
Thanks,
I'm glad
Bunk.
I didn't offend you.
Bunk doozy.
Bunk doozy. Anyway, yeah, logistically, I think it's going to be Cody Rhodes. I do think KO has like more of a claim than ever. I do like that we've gotten to see this big, beautiful title belt so frequently in the last month.
The winged eagle?
Yeah.
It's a glorious belt.
It's a good one.
I forget how much I like it until I see it again.
It's a good one. But I think it would be really funny if Cody lost, but I don't think that's going to happen.
He won at the last two Rumbles. He's got to win. He's got to lose one, right?
Maybe. I don't know. This is the thing when Cody Rhodes became champion. What did I say? I said Cody Rhodes. It's Black History Month. Be careful with that. I said Cody Rhodes.
Jacob Fatu.
Yeah,
it's not much better.
Dubious.
Never mind. My bad.
Cody Rhodes thrives as the underdog.
Yeah.
Now that he's the overdog.
He's the dog.
He's the dog. It's not hitting the same.
Yeah.
And we knew this was going to happen. So I don't know. Maybe this is a way to put Cody Rhodes back into that underdog position before something big like WrestleMania. I don't know.
Do I think Cody Rhodes will win? Yes, I do think Cody Rhodes will win. Although I think it could be fun to have him lose the title, win it back at Elimination Chamber, defend at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
I think that would be cool. and a heel Kevin Owens losing in Canada.
Oh,
come on to the American Nightmare.
Canada hates us,
and for good reasons,
especially today.
Yeah. I don't blame them,
and I don't blame them. Yeah, I don't know. I think the chances are very, very slim. I think it could be a really cool moment. One of those moments, like when it's happening, you think about like, oh, I'm gonna see this in like a YouTube compilation video one day.
It's like Undertaker losing the streak, right? It's like he just randomly loses at a...
Do you think Brock Lesnar will be back?
No,
I don't think so.
No, I do not.
I did hear a lot of rumbles about that. Royal Rumble.
I think there are some new developments in that whatever lawsuits out there right now. So I do not think... I think that's something we can not count on to not be there.
Well, going into that, should we talk about the men's Royal Rumble match next?
We got to.
We definitely don't think Brock Lesnar will be there. Okay.
But Barack Obama.
If Barack Obama came out at the Royal Rumble in obviously a singlet, a tan singlet, obviously, and he comes out and he does the people's anything.
You telling me? No, he's not coming out. He's coming out. He's going to take off his
suit jacket.
And he's going to roll up his sleeves. He's going to be in his suit pants.
Yeah.
And he's just going to walk his way to the ring.
Calmly. What would Barack Obama's finishing move be? Not anything serious. Not anything serious. But like, what would his funny? Obama. No. No.
The Affordable Pain Act. I don't know.
Okay.
Anyway, let's move on to the actual Rumble.
So let's talk about who has officially declared for the men's Royal Rumble. We do have a few extra names, a few more than women.
Stacked.
It is fucking stacked. It's kind of crazy.
Stack it too.
Okay. We have John Cena, Roman Reigns, CM Punk, Seth freaking Rollins, Drew McIntyre, Sami Zayn, Shinsuke Nakamura.
Not doing anything for him.
Logan Paul. Boo. Jey Uso. Penta. Braun Breaker. Chad Gable. Thank you. Or whatever.
Yeah.
Rey Mysterio. 619. Ooh, that's hard.
I was trying to do a 619 in my chair.
Jesus Christ. Damian Priest. Boricua.
All rise.
And Jacob Fatu.
Yaramin.
I don't even know what that. I don't know what that
Rahmin. Is. Karim Lou.
Anyway, yeah. So we got an absolutely insane men's Royal Rumble declared list. It's not even counting the surprises, but like as they were announcing more and more people, we were like, "What the fuck?" Like,
yeah,
this is kind of crazy. Just the first 5 names.
Did you mention LA Knight?
No.
LA Knight's in the Rumble.
And LA Knight. Listen,
LA
guys.
Knight, yeah.
Listen, guys. It's WWE's fault, and it's not mine. But like John Cena, Roman Reigns, CM Punk, Seth Rollins, and Drew McIntyre. That's fucking crazy. And Barack Obama. Whoa.
And Barack Obama confirmed. He was spotted in Indianapolis.
Anyway, let's do it in reverse of how we did it last time.
Okay.
We have the confirmed list. Who do you think will be a surprise entrant into the men's Royal Rumble? And let us know in the chat your opinions as well.
Okay, so someone had mentioned Moose from TNA, who's like he's like a big, like one of their big guys.
Okay.
I think he was a former world champion. I could see him popping up. I would love to see this happen. You know who was just signed to TNA as of yesterday? Mustafa Ali.
Yes, you talked about that.
I would love if Mustafa Ali popped up in the Rumble as a TNA guy.
We also just got his Chris Van Vliet interview not that long ago, so he's like top of mind to a lot of people.
He's been killing it out there.
Mustafa Ali is like one of those people who were underappreciated when they were here in WWE and then left and got a little bit more kind of like Toni Storm. Underutilized, left, and got more recognition and more opportunity to showcase their skills. And now in my head, I'm like, damn, wish they were back here.
Yeah. So over here, I see on someone says John Cena's their pick. Penta's also in the Rumble.
Yes.
Just to throw that out there. Someone says, I would love Matt Cardona. People are saying that's Chelsea Green's husband.
Yes, I knew that name sounded familiar.
Formerly Zack Ryder in WWE.
Yeah.
Joe Hendry.
Bunk Toozy also says Joe Hendry. Matt Cardona. AJ Styles if he's healthy.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I know he had a nasty injury.
Yes. So. And Liz Frank sprain.
You know who probably? He's probably still on the injured list. I don't see him coming back. The Mad Dragon, Ilya Dragunov.
Oh my God.
I miss him so much.
Yeah.
Would have loved for him to have been in the Rumble. But yeah, I'm thinking from TNA we might see Moose. I would love to see Joe Hendry. I would love to see Mustafa Ali. I think we're gonna see Trick Williams. And he and Carmelo are gonna run it back for a little while.
Oh, okay.
This is probably. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw Tony D'Angelo. I would love to see Obafemi. And I would love to see Omos. I think Omos is coming back.
This might be. I feel like a lot of people were Omos, not haters, but just like they didn't appreciate what they had with Omos. I love Omos, and I love Obafemi. I don't get to watch him very often now that they moved to the CW, but
right. I know. That's the one thing I'm pissed about them moving.
We can. Side note, not for you guys. We can watch some of their matches from NXT on the WWE website, like just.
I wonder if they're next day on Peacock.
We can look into that, guys. We can look into that, everyone.
Anyway,
Nick Namath.
That's Dolph Ziggler. I thought about that. I don't think because that one's tricky. Would he show up as Nick Namath or would he show up as Dolph Ziggler?
Right.
That one's a little tricky because Dana Brooke showed up not as Dana Brooke during one of the NXT PLEs. So
we're like, who the fuck is that?
No, they knew who she was, but it's just like it's like not her. It might
take me a while. Yeah,
it's her, but it's not her.
That is, I guess, confusing. Yeah, but it's also hard, like, because it's, I assume, not their choice to give up their name that they gained so much popularity with.
Right. Cope.
Who?
Cope.
That's
fucking Edge.
Exactly. See, I'm like, who the hell is that?
Now, is Malachi Black? Is he still with AEW? Is he a free agent now? That's Rhea Ripley's old man, I think.
Oh.
No, that's not him. Who am I thinking of? Is that Buddy Matthews?
Mama, let's research. Aleister Black.
Zelina. Oh, is that Zelina's old man?
Oh.
Okay, I knew he was with someone.
That's a cool ass name.
Malachi Black. Isn't that?
Jump scare.
Not the bad guy from Thor: The Dark World.
You're asking me if I remember anything from Thor: The Dark World? Girl, shut up.
Buddy Matthews. Buddy Matthews is Rhea Ripley's husband.
Okay. Oh yeah, Zelina Vega's husband. Okay. I've never seen this man before.
I gotta say, Malachi Black. Aleister Black's also a pretty cool name.
They're both cool. Jinx. Yeah.
So wait, is Malachi Black still with AEW?
Roman says Malachi Black is done with AEW.
Well, fucking maybe. I wouldn't be surprised.
That's the thing with like wags and what did I say? Habs. Wives and girlfriends and husbands and boyfriends. It's like they're always so much more likely to end up in the company.
Right.
So that's why I'm always expecting to see Maurice, and she's never there.
Oh, we didn't even talk about Maurice. I hope Maurice shows up.
Because Maurice isn't going to be there, John. She's not going to be there. We've said Maurice every year for like 3 years. She's not there.
But I want her there.
I'm sorry. His non-compete is close or is already up, I think.
I wouldn't be surprised. I will just say that. I wouldn't be surprised if he showed up.
Me neither now, and I just heard about him today.
Yeah.
But I'm on board.
I've been hearing that his time's coming up.
Edgar says AJ Lee. We already talked about that.
In the men's rumble too?
In the men's... Listen, sometimes... I think the last one to do that was Nia Jax. Showed up in the men's rumble and eliminated somebody.
Jordan Grace shows up.
And she could too. Rhea Ripley could go into the men's rumble.
Okay.
And take out Dominic Mysterio.
Do we think... Hang on a second.
Hang on.
do we think Big E officially?
Oh, that's a good point.
I know we stopped saying Big E's coming back for a while now because at a certain point I thought that's it, he's done.
And part of me does think that he's done, but he came back for the anniversary.
Yeah.
Of
I could if New Day shows up in the Rumble, I could see him being the one taking them out.
Yeah.
Or they take him out.
He just makes me so nervous.
I know.
Do not play with my emotions like this. I know, Bunktoozy, but like, if he's gonna do it, I think it'll be in a Royal Rumble. So if it's not this year, we have to wait a whole nother year.
Yeah, I think going back to someone mentioned AJ Lee's just too focused on being a boss ass mom.
No, Maurice.
Oh, Maurice.
Yeah.
Either way, I think if either of them showed up, I think maybe AJ Lee would stay for a little bit. I don't think Maurice would be. I think Maurice is fine, content with making appearances from time to time.
Yeah. I think B-Floop will be in the Women's Rumble.
Okay.
B-Floop.
No one knows who that is.
B-Floop. Do you guys know Floop from Spy Kids 1? Well, the other day John said B-Floop, like B-Fab, B-Floop, and he did this hand sign. It goes who, what, when, where, and why.
Oh my God.
I love Spy Kids.
I didn't even remember that song until you pointed that out.
What do I intend to find this time? Spy Kids 1 did scare me though when I was a kid.
I do
and
remember
as
the
an
end
adult.
of it though. That you can dream my dream.
You can dream my.
I remember that.
Oh my God, he was so good in it, John.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, B-Floop. I haven't seen that in so long.
Wait, the TM. B-Floop is ours.
TM. B-Floop is ours. The song is not.
But anyway, but yeah, there's so many things that could happen in the Rumble. That's what keeps it so much fun. But here's my thing. Even more so, I think what's also part of the surprise here, who starts out at number 1? We
didn't even talk about all we said for the women's was that we didn't want Liv Morgan to be 30 again.
Right.
Fair. Anything can happen in the Triple H era.
Truly.
Edgar says. Yes, I agree. But yeah, that's the other thing. The time that you come in is important. You could be like a Gunt and maybe not win the Royal Rumble, even though you should have. But you...
Twice.
But you get to set this record, right?
Yeah.
So that's also part of it that we have to consider.
And we mentioned this earlier. So we were actually at last year's Rumble. And it was an amazing time. Don't get me wrong. Except I did get hit in the head twice by the guy sitting behind me. They spilled a drink all over Kendra's feet.
Yeah.
That was annoying. But other than that, it was a great time. The pyro was fucking loud.
Oh my God.
But we were some of the only people in our sections visibly not thrilled that Cody Rhodes won the men's Rumble.
'Cause
we were very much like, boo.
Boo, boo, boo. We were also disappointed in both number 30s. I love Sami Zayn.
Love him.
But like 30, we also did maybe perhaps think a little bit that maybe The Rock was going to be there.
We thought The Rock might be there. We also thought Sasha Banks might return. This is before I think she signed to AEW.
Yeah.
So when they took a little extra time having number 30 for the women come
out. And then
out.
It was Liv Morgan.
And it was Liv Morgan.
Oh my God.
I was like, I didn't even remember she went here.
And I mean, granted, we did also say like after that moment, she did have a good story for the past year, but like, damn, 30? Anyway, but yeah, there is that opportunity of like a surprise number 30 winning the whole match, which I think is overplayed and they shouldn't do that anymore. Yeah. Who do you think will be number 1 for the men? Who do you think maybe is going to try to set an endurance record?
Part of me thinks, I don't know why I think this, part of me thinks John Cena is going to start number 1.
Oh, man.
I think he's going to go coast to coast.
I get it, but oh my God.
I know.
John, take a rest. If he does that, most of his time is going to be spent by a ring post.
Yeah.
Chilling. That's fine. I don't know. In my head, I'm thinking like maybe a younger person, maybe a Braun Breaker trying to set some record. Maybe not 1, but maybe 2.
Yeah.
I don't know. And then there's that opportunity for 1 and 2 to have a little 90 seconds of a match before anyone else comes in. Now, so they'll probably set something up. The
winner of this is also very difficult for me because again, you you have a lot of great stories going into it. You have Drew McIntyre, who's just been on the warpath with everyone.
Yeah.
Who, again, he's my favorite wrestler, best wrestler of 2024. Oh, well, WWE at least, because I don't watch the other stuff. Not because I dislike it. No hate to anybody. It's just all I got time for.
We don't have the time.
Yeah. But he's my favorite WWE men's superstar of 24 because he's just done immaculate work. But you have him. He's got so many stories with every, like, this is what I think is interesting. Like CM Punk, Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre, Roman Reigns, like all of these guys are intertwined in some way, shape, or form. John Cena even are intertwined in some way, shape, or form, that it really makes it difficult to think who is actually going to come out on top, because they all have, again, this is some Game of Thrones shit. Yeah. They all have claim to the top, right? Yeah. So I don't know, because part of me, we were talking about this last night during SmackDown. It's hard to see WrestleMania without a Roman Reigns main event.
Right? That'd be so weird. And it's just because we haven't had to think about that since we started watching again.
So, yeah.
He's always been there. Oh, my rock, Roman Reigns. Right. Oh, not The Rock. Edgar does say Penta will be number 1 on the men's Royal Rumble. I have that feeling. Imagine if The Rock shows up with number 31. That would be so funny.
Shit. That would be so funny. He changes the rules as he shows up.
Didn't he do this?
Huh?
A countdown 3, 2, 1. That's a Royal Rumble, baby. Guys? Anyone?
Listen, you know what? I'm going to say this in front of all of our few viewers that we have. And number 2 will be Joe Hendry. I wouldn't hate that. Listen, if this won't happen, if The Rock shows up and wins, I will be celebrating. I don't fucking care. You cannot make me hate The Rock.
If The Rock bends the rules and joins number 31 and wins, honestly, I would enjoy it just for being so fucking iconic. That's so great. It's John Cena's last year, and The Rock's going to come in and take that
when he threatened that referee to fire him if he counted him out or whatever. Yeah. That's so fucking funny. That would be hilarious.
One True Villain asked us if we know who Joe Hendry is. Yes. Thank you. Yeah, we do. Yeah, thanks. Because he was on NXT. I'm just kidding.
No,
we knew him before that.
We knew who he was.
I'd enjoy it just for chaos. Yeah,
thrice in a lifetime. The Rock and John Cena. You remember that, right?
No.
So they had their first time at WrestleMania main eventing. Once in a lifetime. And then they did it again like a year later.
Twice in a lifetime. And this is
thrice
in a lifetime.
Run it back one last time.
One True Villain TM on that one. That's good. That's good. They might use that.
No. I mean, I wouldn't be mad, but I can't see The Rock in a... I mean, but then again, I don't fucking know anymore.
Yeah. That's the thing, is like, we cried wolf with The Rock so much for so long. For him to appear on like random Raws and shit, that I'm not going to say that he's going to be part of it anymore. Not realistically.
Yeah.
Because it's just going to piss me off.
I'm just going to... I'm of the mind... I'm not going to speculate whether or not he's going to be there. I'm going to enjoy the next few times we get him, because I don't think he's going to be active
for much longer. I agree.
So I will enjoy whatever we get.
Yes.
So
did we ever say our prediction for who's going to win the men's?
No, that's kind of what we're talking about now.
Oh.
Yeah.
John Cena does seem like a really solid pick because it's his last time.
But yeah.
But it's John Cena, and I don't think he needs a Royal Rumble win to get like a main event WrestleMania match.
I don't know. It's like you know who's really throwing me off more than anyone is Roman Reigns being in the Rumble.
Why?
That throws me off so much. Like, because we do have some bloodline presence. We have at least Jey Uso. Is Jimmy in the Rumble? I don't even know.
Not confirmed.
So, I mean, how crazy would it be if they were the final two, right? Yeah, I don't know. It's really hard. I think if I have to pick one, I would maybe go with either John Cena or CM Punk.
Interesting.
I would love it. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'd love if Drew McIntyre got an in-person Rumble win.
Yeah, he's never had one.
Yeah, I would love that. But I don't know. I genuinely I have no idea.
Yeah, this one's hard because it's so stacked.
Say his name and I got Joe Hendry for
Hendry for this one. I forgot Logan Paul is on the Rumble too.
Oh, I don't give a fuck about Logan Paul.
I did consider like maybe he would be the one to try to set the record because he's so young and such. But like his reception recently and his attendance at certain events, maybe not a good time for that push.
Yeah, I could see him being at number 1 or 2.
Yeah, because we say this all the time. We don't appreciate him as a person. He's a great wrestler and he is a good athlete.
I want to say Bunk Susie did just correct me. Thank you. Yes, he won the Rumble in 2020. He did not win WrestleMania, a World Championship at WrestleMania in front of a crowd. I got them confused. Thank you for correcting me.
Edgar says John Cena is their pick for the Royal Rumble.
Ooh.
Roman Reigns says say his name and he appears. Santos Escobar. This is really confusing when your names are their names. I'm going with main event Jey Uso. Yeet.
I hope Randy Orton shows up. Randy Orton might show, and that's another thing. Like, what if Randy shows up and he's even bigger than he was?
That seems to be the fucking formula. He leaves, he eats people to gain mass, and he comes back and he's bigger than ever.
You guys, it is it's crazy to go back and watch even Randy Orton from like 4 years ago, and Randy he looks like he ate himself, and became twice as big, because that's how that works. Yeah. I don't know. I'm gonna very cautiously say John Cena or CM Punk.
I think those are good options. I feel like Roman Reigns is so formidable. He'll be one of those ones that everyone gangs up on to try to get him out. And I think it will work. Roman Reigns truly has to start from the bottom up.
The Rock shows up and distracts him, and he gets taken out.
Because the Rock's relationships with literally everyone are so tenuous. I don't know. I like your ideas. I wouldn't mind if Damian Priest won. Who won last year?
Cody Rhodes.
Oh, yeah. Who won the year before?
Cody Rhodes.
Fuck.
And the year before that, Brock Lesnar.
Ooh. Yeah. We're looking at
Whomst? Exactly.
My bad. I try to block those things out. But yeah, I don't know. There's so many people. I'm just looking at the list too. Who knows who the fuck else is going to come back?
You know who probably will win? Like, no joke. Dirty Dominic Mysterio.
I wouldn't be mad if Dominic Mysterio won.
Listen, I think Dom's got some singles gold in his 2025.
I agree, because that was supposed to be the plan last year, right? Not singles gold, but more singles stuff.
Well, I know we keep talking about he who shall not be named, Brock Lesnar. He was supposed to have, I think, a match at WrestleMania with Brock because he was the Braun Breaker's spot was Brock's spot, and he was supposed to eliminate Brock Lesnar.
Yes.
I think is how that was supposed to work.
That's what I've heard too.
So
he's owed.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind. I mean, that'd be fucking. How crazy would it be if Dominic Mysterio won arguably one of the biggest Royal Rumbles of all time?
Stacked Royal Rumbles and skinny little Dominic Mysterio wins. It would not. It definitely wouldn't be by rules. Edgar says, "I hope they use R-Truth for anything." I feel like R-Truth.
He might show up at the ladder match.
He might show up at the ladder match thinking, I don't know. But he's so funny. Like, I feel like they have to do something with him. I hope they don't do anything with Kofi. Kofi can be in the match, kind of like last year. Yeah. Don't try to do anything special. It never works. Well, it did, and then it doesn't. Who is this? Ian says one of Punk, Cena, Roman winning, right? I mean,
that's kind of what we're saying, yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much.
I wouldn't be mad. I wouldn't be mad if Roman won.
I wouldn't be mad at any of these.
But I feel like Roman has got such a target on his back. You know what? I will say this. I think our final four. I think our final four is Cena, Punk, Roman, McIntyre.
That would be a crazy.
I think that's our final four. Holy shit!
I like that idea.
Wait, give me a chef hat. Give me a chef's hat because I'm fucking cooking, boys.
Thank you, the Holy Podcast, for the likes. Thank you all for
shit,
all the
those them my boys.
Oh
yeah, what's up, guys?
Oh my gosh, friends. Hey.
Yeah, but that's who I think the final four will be.
I like that. Final four or starting four?
Both. No. I think. No, CM Punk doesn't start. Listen, they got to be careful with CM Punk this year. They said we need you for WrestleMania this time, but
oh my God. Do you remember when he came back? He was in the Royal Rumble and he tore.
You mean a 47-year-old, what did Dom say?
45-year-old man tore his tricep.
He hasn't wrestled in 35 years.
Yeah, he said big shock or something like that. Guys, we can't be mean. We can't be that mean to CM Punk.
James Ellsworth? You mean Chintz?
Chintz McMahon?
Chintz McMahon. Holy shit, what if he showed up?
I didn't even know he was like a guy.
I would love if JBL popped up in the Rumble. That'd be cool.
Yeah. We could see some old heads in there. Is that offensive?
Goldust?
Every year I say Goldust, and every year I am wrong.
You're burned.
I'm burned. I only want Goldust. Do you know my wrestling? What do they call it?
Your Mount Rushmore?
How many people are in Mount Rushmore?
4.
I should know this. 4. Goldust, Stardust.
Oh.
Goldust.
Oh. Stardust.
Yeah.
A little cartwheel.
Listen. Anyway, are we seeing AJ Lee tonight? Metalcore. We mentioned it earlier. It's very possible.
Soto 619. What's up, bud?
Thank you for the likes.
I love your recap videos, by the way. It helps me remember things before we start doing anything.
Yeah, so guys, it's going to be night, I think, of some pleasant surprises. Some prizes.
Yep.
Only
a few of them.
Some surprises. But overall, I have confidence that each and every of these 4 matches will be extremely solid. I think it's going to be a really fun night.
Yeah. And it's in this Rumble, like, we talk about it every year. This is like our favorite. This is a lot of people's favorite event of the year.
Yes.
It's just so much fun. And I know I was describing it for my theater people out there. It's like the Act 1 finale of a musical.
Yes.
You know, as we head toward the finale of the show, right? Which is WrestleMania. Yeah, it's just so much fun. And I don't know. It just feels like a good season opener, you know?
Yeah.
So,
and I feel like this year more than any year, I desperately need a Royal Rumble right about now to
we need
clear through the doom and gloom.
Good fun matches.
Yes.
Some surprises. Like, yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Do you think Joe Tessitore will be in the men's Royal Rumble?
I don't know. He got the fuck out of the ring yesterday.
He did skedaddle. I thought he was going to get a
stunner? A
stunner, and he didn't. He ran away.
I would love if Wade Barrett got in the Rumble.
Wade Barrett and I almost said Drew McIntyre had some tension last year that was unresolved, and we never saw anything about it again.
Yeah.
Just keeping up here with some chats. Soto says, "Happy Royal Rumble Day."
Happy Rumble Day to those who celebrate.
Rumble Day. The Holy Podcast says, "Can't wait to see Aleister Black."
That's what we were talking about. Yeah,
we were talking about this earlier. I've never heard this name so much more than today. Thank you for all the likes. Biggest Royal Rumble of them all. It's funny because every time Triple H in a kickoff or a pre-show is like, "This is the biggest whatever of all time."
Right.
He says it for every single one.
But they keep getting bigger.
Like this time I'm like, damn, he's right. This is crazy. This is
gonna
stacked matches.
Yeah, you guys are crazy. We're almost at 5,000 likes here.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for hanging out with us and watching and chatting with us and giving your opinions.
Yeah, I mean we've gone through a little bit of a crazy week, couple of weeks over here. especially over on TikTok, we got an influx of followers.
The app got shut down.
The app got shut down.
And we got an influx of followers.
As soon as we're back there, like everyone was just like, "Oh, we're gonna follow everyone."
Appreciate it.
We really, really appreciate that. So, it's been awesome getting to interact with a whole bunch of new people and some new friends and who are maybe thinking about getting into wrestling now. Yeah. But yeah, I'm super excited for tonight. I think it's going to be a hell of a show. Agreed. At least I'm hoping. I know some Rumbles have been. I do think the last 2 Rumbles before. I mean, obviously tonight hasn't happened, but the last 2 Rumbles, I mean, anything was better than the 22 Men's Rumble. The Women's Rumble was good that year. Was really good that year. But I feel like both Rumbles have gotten like, I think we're back to a solid.
I agree.
A solid place.
I agree.
So, we'll continue to see what happens.
Yes.
But yeah, I'm super excited. Super excited for tonight.
Me too. It's my favorite PLE of the year, including WrestleMania. Yeah.
And we love WrestleMania.
Love WrestleMania. But it's no Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
But
yeah, if you guys have any last minute questions or anything y'all want to talk about, so many deserve to be in the Rumble. I wish it was 40 wrestlers instead of 30.
Didn't they do that one year?
I think they did that one year, but I don't think they had the level of talent they had this year, from what I remember.
I mean, hey, listen, I'd watch a 3-hour, just one Royal Rumble match.
Right.
I'd watch it. I agree. And I do think that they do a pretty good job with the 30 people still carving out time for like story beats and more one-on-one stories.
Right.
One-on-one moments.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree. I feel like, again, this year more than any other year with like the TNA stuff and I don't think it's right to say influx, but like the level of talent in NXT. I feel like this year we have so much more to pull from than ever before.
Yeah.
And you had a lot of people injured who could possibly come back, which is like, that's not good, but
right
in the grand scheme.
But yeah, I mean, I think if the crowd at Indianapolis gets to say his name and he appears, or whoop that trick, they're gonna go fucking bananas. Yeah, it's gonna go crazy.
It's a pretty big stadium. It's a football stadium.
Yeah,
so that's cool.
So yeah, I mean, anything could happen.
Anything could happen. And yeah.
Triple H might be in the Rumble, for all we know.
No, Triple H, do not get your ass in that Rumble, you old man. He's not old. He has heart issues. He shouldn't wrestle.
Aw, my guys over at the Holy Shit podcast said, the IWC can be toxic at times. I absolutely love you guys' energy. Thanks for the good vibes. Thank you. And likewise, guys, I love you guys' content. It's always so fun, and it's just, I mean, obviously, and this is, listen, I love all my positive folks out there in the wrestling content sphere, but like, I mean, obviously we have a soft spot in our hearts for other BIPOC creators who are just in it for the vibes.
Especially right now, it's like we need positivity more than ever.
Positivity community. So yeah, that's why we try. I mean, obviously there's stuff that we dislike too, and there's stuff that we'll talk about.
Like DIY.
But I'm not gonna. We try our best to not. Like DIY, the DIY hate train. That's really more Kendra's thing. That's her beef than it is mine.
Yeah.
But yeah, we definitely want people to feel like this is actually like a welcoming space.
Yeah.
Whether we're talking about wrestling or whatever the fuck else,
Yeah.
But so thank you guys. It's much appreciated. With that, I think that about covers everything.
We've been talking for 1 hour and 23 minutes.
Hell yeah, brothers.
Also, I would just like to say Royal Rumble is in 3 hours. So whatever time zone you're in, it's in 3 hours.
If you're not already, please follow us on all the socials, because at any point in time, one of them could go away. Okay, so follow us on all of them, wherever you watch from. Click the link in our bio.
We're Perez Periodico everywhere.
Yeah, at Perez Periodico everywhere.
Sorry, I can't do the accent.
I did it for all my other folks. Yeah, just follow along with us to see whenever we go live. Sometimes we'll do random lives on TikTok. Sometimes we'll do these. Well, we do these types of streams most every month. To do for the WWE PLEs, excuse me.
Yes.
But I think that about covers everything.
think so.
If you're not already, also make sure you're following us wherever you listen to podcasts, because we do have a podcast called Ringside with John and Kendra. John and Kendra, excuse me.
I'm Kendra.
And yeah, again, over there, we do still talk a lot about wrestling, but we also talk about, movies and like superhero stuff and theater
everything.
And
Disney
really,
parks.
truly everything. So,
everything.
It just depends on what day how we're feeling that particular day when we record. So if you're not already, go ahead, follow us there. And now that covers everything.
Okay. Well, peace and blessings to you and yours on this Royal Rumble day.
Stay safe out there. Have a good Rumble evening. And we'll talk to you afterward. Peace.
Bye.